Get it! Oh!
Hey football fans, we are 2 plays in, a kickoff and a first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wallace has the ball. Kale moving to his right. We're playing Simon, option play, and that pitch looked like it may have gone forward, but Juju down the boundary and all the way to the end zone. And so it's a legal pitch. From my angle, it looked like it was a bit forward, which past the line of scrimmage would have been an illegal pitch, but not the case. No, there is a flag, and this referee may have seen what we saw, and he may say forward pitch, and this may be coming back. So after a discussion by the refs, they decided it was a legal pitch. No flag, waved off. 31 on for the 2-point kick try. He's been lethal all season long, and it's been a major weapon for the Rangers. Here comes attempt number 1 of the day. Snap end over end and in there. Boy, the block looked like it could have been there. 10 kicking himself. He was in the backfield in time, just misaligned himself, and the kick counts. An 8-0 lead early. Whistle blows for 31 to send this one down. Still night, not a lot of wind. And this kick, football goes sideways, spin, hard bounce. Corralled there, and then whistles blow. And the hand went up in the air for a fair catch, so no return on. Simon will have it around their 30. So spots the 27-yard line. Give around the right tackle and company in the backfield. And then help comes from Julian, and then another one from Marcus. 4 Rangers in on that one for a loss of a couple. On that fair catch, the ball did hit the deck before it was caught by the fair catcher, and it may have negated the fair catch and probably should have been a live football. With the give on first down, it moves the spot to the right side, near side hash. Here comes motion, 10, and he'll get it on the jet sweep, looking to cut up north and south, and Juju from the linebacker spot's the first one to tag an ankle, and he picks up about 4 out of it. 3rd and long, Simon balanced, 2 wide outs to each side. 3's gonna roll out to his right, look for the flat. 10's got it, and then stuck by Brendan, the free safety, coming downhill. And he thought he would read that and react, and has a 4th down force. So Brendan drops back to field a would-be punt with his heels on the 50-yard line. 10, a full 15 yards back, so if this youngster can deep snap this ball on a rope 15 yards, good on him. High snap and kick away, end over end. Brendan will catch it clean, moving back to his outside, left side, trying to find a little room, got some, down the boundary, and then grabbed up high by 10, the punter, and Brendan out of bounds after about a 20-yard return. Callum checks in the ball game at the left side slot. First down, good field position for the Rangers. Kale in the gun, and it's a balanced set for him. He's gonna put the ball in Juju's back pocket, and the Wolverines sniff it out. A play that typically works, doesn't work against Simon, as they were ready for that one. A loss of a couple on the Juju rush. 2nd down. 13, and the clock right in the sun. Tough to see it. Option again. Got it out to Juju, who's raced to the boundary, down the sideline. First down gain to the 10, untouched, and there he goes. 2 touchdowns on the same play. Number 9 has his 2nd score, no flags this time. Set up for the PAT kick again. Number 10 came off the left edge, Brendan's side there. And this time he tries to come up the middle, put his tall hands up, and the kick through. It didn't have as much velocity on it as the first one, but nonetheless finds the uprights and counts. The clock showing an expired first quarter, but they're gonna let him kick it and maybe flip it after the return. Good kick, high. Not any wind to catch in, and then a bounce over the back line's head, but a good bounce back to him. Curtis, the first man down, chasing him from the backside, but found by another down around the 15-yard line, so not a lot of the return happens there, and they're gonna flip the field, and we'll go quarter number 2. A fresh and well-striped football field for tonight's game here on the east side of Kyle. Cold front coming in the morning. Highs only in the 70s. Tomorrow is the forecast, as this dive play can't find traction before sniffed out by Max and company. Julian also there. 2nd down. 14-yard line coming out is Simon. And slot to the right side in pretty tight. High snap, and the ball's on the ground, loose, and pounced on by Marcus. First and goal, Wallace from the 6. Brendan and Zeke to the right side. Zeke in that wing back position, and then Tristan and Callum off to the left side. Juju also to the left. And shotgun signals called. Handoff, Juju moving around the right side. Trying to slip the tackle in the defensive end, corrals him and gets him. And it's a good stop for Wallace, or excuse me, for Simon at the 5, no gain. And just how the Wolverines drew that one up. 6 in for 9 as Nathan gives Juju a rest. Zeke bumps out a little wider to balance the receiver set. And a shovel pass behind Nathan, live, bounces right back to him. Boy, that was a basketball bounce pass. And then a late flag thrown from the field ump behind the play. And that ball couldn't have bounced any luckier to 6. The block in the back called on Tristan Putnam, who was moving back right to left in the play and found the backside of a defender. 2nd and goal from the 15-yard line. Moving to his right is Kale, turns on the Jets, looking to dump it. He finds Callum and hits him in the hands. An incomplete pass will bring up 3rd. 15 yards needed to find the end zone, and the Rangers come out in a trips left look. Brendan isolated on the right side. Nathan in at the tailback spot and a glance at the sideline. Shore up the play. And 3-step drop. Fade route. Brendan got in there. And a move made on the corner, and Brendan finds the end zone. A touchdown strike in the air on 3rd down. And these guys are on the stat sheet with the passing attack. Looking for the hat trick is 31 here on the PAT try. Kale holds, kick up, and he hooks this one. Never got it close on that one. And the score sticks at 22. Deep man standing at his 15, ready to return this one. A late arrival. The gunner, number 7 for the Rangers, takes his spot, and this kick squibs to the left side, finds open air, and live, and it's recovered by Zeke, I believe, before that ball went out of bounds. And that's a 1st down, Rangers. So Wallace takes a timeout, and number 54 for the Rangers hobbles across to midfield with a checkout by the Simon team doc, and sends him back. And we're back to live. 40-yard line going in. Simon -2 in the turnover column today, so certainly not helping them. Trips to the right side. Kale gonna throw it to Brendan on a little hitch screen. Got 2 blockers there. Moving down the sideline. Cuts back to the middle. Trying to think slippery thoughts. Still on the move. 11 gets through the whole defense and has 2 back-to-back touchdowns. But a flag will bring it back, and it may have been a hold on one of these outside receivers. A spot foul, 10 yards, replay 1st down, so 13 to go. Backs Wallace up to the 44-yard line. Balance set. Zeke in motion across the face, gonna get it on the jet sweep. Slips the first tackle but can't get free. Still moving north now, or east as it is on this field. North, I guess, the sun's behind us. That would be west. It'd be south now. I'm all turned around. 2nd and long. Snap, handoff. No, it's gonna be kept by 18. Gets out of the shirt tackle, then gets through the first line. Back to the middle of the field, still moving, and tackled after about 45 yards of running, but a net of about 8. 3rd and 5, 2:06 on the clock here in the first half. 3rd down, and Kale gonna move to his left side. Gonna keep it on the option, and found by 10 and slammed backwards, so he was good for 2, and it's a 4th and short coming. So Wallace hasn't stalled on a drive yet today. It's 4th down, and they'll have to get one here. Defensive tackle who moved, got back on side. Company in the backfield. Kale can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. And no contact was made by the defensive tackle, so he gets back in time before the ball is snapped, and so it stayed clean, and the first turnover on downs for Wallace has occurred. Simon just took a timeout, back out of it now, trying to capitalize on some momentum their defense just gave them. Double reverse, 10's got it in the backfield, and then clean down low by the defender who's yet to get up. And it was a defensive lineman and a timeout to check him out. Marcus, the shaken up Ranger on that last play, also the tackler, and grabbed hold of the ball carrier and merry-go-rounded with him. Handoff, 22, and he's got the defensive line in his face. And it's 79 right in there in a New York minute. Down his third, back from the timeout. 47 seconds showing in the half. And 9 realigns to the right side. A pistol formation for Simon. Shovel pass, looking to throw it, 22, and tipped away by 10. Had some mitts on it, incomplete, knocks it away, stops the clock with 40. Fourth down, and after the stop on defense on the last series, Simon showing some confidence that not needing to punt it even though they're on their own end. They like their chances, stopping them if they don't get it here. Three-step drop, 3 in trouble, ball hits the ground, and it probably would be incomplete as he shoveled it forwards. So a turnover on downs, 35 seconds showing, and Wallace will have a shot. Twins to each side for Wallace. First down on the 40. Kale looking to his left side, looking for Putnam's, got him, and shakes the first tackle down the sideline. He goes, 23 still on the move, and they won't catch him. And I don't see any laundry, and so one play, one strike. And Wallace back on the board as the clock continues to run. So Kale to hold, 31 to kick, snap, hold down, and this kick is better. End over end, flies through, true, and a 30 even point total now. Permission given for Wallace to send this one down with 16 seconds, and 31 puts a right foot, and this ball, sideways spin again, high bounce, and caught by the deep man, and he's gonna try the far side first. Puts the brakes on, slips the tackle, moving back this way, and Curtis has the tackle. 1 2/10 of a second showing on the scoreboard here for the final play of half number 1. In the gun comes Simon on their 20-yard line. Handoff. Sniffed out by Tristan, who plays that defensive end spot on the left side, and you gotta love his length there as he can really reach players and footballs in the air, and it's a good fit for him. We'll take a break and see you on the other side. Half number 2 has Simon receiving, and this ball caught down the middle, parks up a bit, and then a forward bounce, and that's dangerous. And I believe the deep man 16 did find it, but not as safely as he would have liked. Those sideways spinning footballs remind me of Wizard of Oz, the house falling in the sky sideways. I realize that's an interesting comparison. Nevertheless, Simon's got to start fielding those in the air because they're bouncing funny and they're nearly disastrous. Low snap, 22 gonna get around the right side, and 79 for the second time in a row that play has been run, smells it out, and has a TFL on the books. Back from the injury timeout, 22 had gotten his leg caught up underneath of him, but able to walk off under his own power. Second and long, motion the other side, and motion man has to slow down to get it, but it's still productive enough before Curtis comes from the cornerback spot making the tackle, and the timing a little finicky at first, but 10 still makes something of it. Ball spotted inside the original 10-yard spread on about the 34. And a third down come in. Simon looking for their first blood. Quarterback, hands off, cross the bow, but there's company in the backfield. It's 79, and he's got his at least third tackle in the backfield. 4th and 11, pinned back at their 30-yard line. Simon will bring the punt team on. 10 has to pick this one up off the ground. Gets it away, and Curtis gonna take his chance at the field. Moving down to his left, now wheels back around. Gonna use the wide side of the field, and he can fly if he can hit the jets and go. And that block may be, yes, they're gonna get him for a block in the back. Marcus thought he could have enough of it on the edge of his shoulder, but they say no, the side's gonna count as the back, and it'll come back. 3 flags on the play, not sure if they're all for the same infraction or not, as they were in the triangle, one across the field, one way downfield, and one near side, so who knows. Nevertheless, it's coming back, and the spot now inside Ranger territory. Juju gonna get the ball back in his hands, been a while. Now he finds a little seam and still moving through the defense, goes 9, caught after about half of the yardage needed. So Juju crosses midfield and gets to the 48, and the Rangers need about 4 yards to go. A balanced set of offense here for Wallace. Kale. Handoff Juju, and immediately wheels outside to the left side and has enough for the first down before he's found just inside the boundary. It's a ball on the 30, Wallace on the move, and Juju, another dose of him, up the middle, steps through the first couple, and bounces outside to the left side. Down the boundary he goes and found after another first down, so he looked like he was dead to rights there and spits out. The phrase is read the rights. I think I stuck the word dead in there, but I guess it could fit. First down, and Kale, Nathaniel, snuffed out and laid down by 22. Feeling better. He was the one shaken up with that lower leg injury earlier in the ball game, but feeling fresh now. Down is second after the loss. 2:52 showing in the third quarter. Scoreless in the second half. And Wallace see if they can't do something about this. They're going to go to the air to try. Kale's going to bring it down, run it, and he can move to the corner. And spin move, 10 finds him and lays him down at the 3-yard line, and it's a first and goal coming. Clock on the move, and so is Wallace. Zeke in the backfield this time, and he'll get the carry. Bounces through the 3-hole and outside and tackled before he can get much going. And stop is on the 5. Second down, goal to go, and Nathan will move to the left side while Zeke will stay in the backfield. And fakes the shovel pass to Zeke. Kale looking for room, can't find any, and all kinds of blue jerseys riding his back down. Third down from the 6, got to get to the goal, and you got to believe if Wallace doesn't get it here, they may bring 31 out to try a field goal. Kale gonna throw this one, and nearly picked off by 10, in and out of his hands. Intended target was 12, I believe. And here comes the field goal unit on for Wallace. And I know they've had a lot of extra points this year, but I'm not sure if they've had any field goals. This will be about a 25-yard try. Excuse me, 16-yard try. And a timeout taken by Wallace, nope, by Simon, to defend this one. Correction, 22-yard attempt, final answer, and 31 marks it off. And Simon will be bringing the house. Snap, good, hold down, kick away, and he's got it! And that ball had the right angle and everything on it that you know it's been hit well, and it counts. 33 points unanswered for Wallace. One of this area's finer football players in the youth football area right there in Drake Gomez. And he's here watching this middle school that he likely will go to. Out most of this season with a broken finger. And he may be back for his team, the Buda Jags, final game this Saturday of the regular season before they start playoffs. And they'd love to have him back. And so we'll be eagerly watching and cheering his progress on. 31. Who has gotten a workout tonight, ready to get a hold of another one. And this one hit well as well, and will hit the turf. And 16 will have to try to find it. Rolls around down there for a while. And now moving north, back down the field. Got a little room out here, 77, Julian trying to find him, and ear hold by Curtis at the 22-yard line. Shadows lengthen as we start the fourth quarter, and the sun starts to find its resting place. Simon with the ball on their 25-yard line, coming out this direction now, 10 in motion. Goes behind the quarterback, gets it, and now he's going to throw it down the field, and Zeke there, picked it out of the air. 26, moving the other direction. Slips the tackle, still on his horse, found by 9 from behind, dragging the pile, and the whistle blows to stop play at the 22-yard line. 26 climbed the ladder and went up high to get that one. An unsportsmanlike conduct call against Wallace, but then the declined signal shown and no yards marked off, so I'm not sure how that one reads. Wouldn't have thought that they would have declined a personal foul taunting unless it was just a warning of sorts, but nevertheless, 25-yard line, the home going in for Wallace. trips to the right side. Putnam by himself on the left side boundary. Juju, the dangerous tailback, gets it, moving to his right side. Looking for rooms, got a little bit, hits the gas through the tacklers, still on his feet and into the end zone. 9 has at least his 3rd score of the evening. Kick away and splits the sticks. 31 has sure found a rhythm tonight and most nights. And a large margin to lead with. So field totally dark now. Stadium lights on with 7:04 to go in the ball game. 31 sends this one centered down the field, and it bounced over 16's head again. On the move this side, and a big block there. And Curtis and 5 tag team to make that tackle at the 26. 31's kicks, averaging, I would say, about 35, 40 yards close to it in the air anyway. 22 in the backfield with the quarterback this time. And he'll get it. Putnam turns him in, and the linebackers stack up and step up to make that tackle. 22 switches sides with QB. In fact, he's in the pistol, looks like straight behind him, and he'll get it, moving to his right side, and first man to him, the downhill linebacker. And 54 in there as well. It's a 4-4 stack look for the Ranger defense. Max, the outside linebacker on the far side, and gonna read pass or run and figure out what he's gonna do, but before he can, the right side of the O-line moves prematurely. A season high point total, I think, for Wallace as the clock winds under 4 minutes to go. 3 gonna wheel out to his left side, looking downfield, lets this one go across the middle. 12 was lurking, incomplete at his feet. Scorekeeper correctly stopped the clock on the incomplete pass, but the referee overruled it and wound the clock anyway. Got places to be himself. So 3 minutes and ticking. Here comes the punt team for the Wolverines. 10 back at his 10-yard line. And snap won't quite get there. He's got to try to find this one at his feet. Picks it up. Trying to make something happen, but ran out of bounds at the 20, and another good field position start for Wallace. A flag dropped on the Simon sideline for a sideline warning, but no yardage marked on just the warning. Meanwhile, Kale will hand to 10 up the middle, spun around both directions before found. Clock continues to wind, so the last couple of plays right here upon us, 2nd down. And Kale, handoff, again to 10 up the middle, again corralled and spun. And with as much spinning as he's done, he'll probably need some Dramamine after this. So 26, able to walk off there under his own power, but you see him hobbly there, and so they'll tend to him. Meanwhile, the clock runs under 20 seconds, and they won't run another play, I don't think so. And this game will be in the books, 41-0 the score. Wallace moves to a 6-0 record. They've got a date with the Wimberley Texans next week at home, and Wimberley will be a formidable foe. And then finally for the season finale against the Barton Bobcats, undefeated themselves, and it will likely be a contest for the district championship. It'll be a fun one to watch, and those two schools will join together next year as freshmen at Hayes High School, and so it's fun to see them both being as good as they are. We'll catch you there. See ya.